Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening. Good afternoon and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits. Hopefully it finds you in great spirits, y'all. Because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. Let me just repeat that again. Another day above the dirt is always a blessing. But this is broken. I had to share this with you guys right quick because this is a very, very, very big deal, okay? This is big, big, huge news. In my personal opinion, I was waiting. You know what? I'm just going to pause the music and the theme music, the feel-good warm-up music for just 1 second. I was wondering when this was going to happen again. I really was wondering when there was going to be somebody else from some other group, if not the same group, okay, that was going to step out and start speaking on some things. And now, oh my damn, guys, let me tell you something else. This is crazy, okay? And no, it's not who you think. It's not the main person that, of course, everybody's waiting for. But this is another member of the group. In fact, this is very important information because it may inspire another member of the group to step forward. Don't you worry, we got a lot to talk about in a very short time. So let's get into this thing, all right? Woo! We're back on the Diddy train. Just for a second, I told you guys we'd be on some Diddy stuff today. I know we've been dealing with the fire. We are going to be discussing and following that tonight. Don't worry, we will be looking at that in a very short while. But in the meantime, we got some things we have got to talk about that's going on, and we have been covering and following this case for quite some time. So I'd be remiss if I did not tell you guys about this update right here. So do me a favor, hit that like button down below, hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, hit that reaction button. But of course, don't forget to hit that follow button on that platform, on those respective platforms. Make sure you are subscribed here on my main channel, please and thank you. Go over to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Go over there, subscribe to my secondary channel. Make sure you're subscribed because there's a lot of things I'm covering over there that I'm not covering here on the main channel and vice versa, okay? So make sure you subscribe to both. You know, you get shorter versions of me and longer versions of me. It's wonderful. I mean, if that's up your alley, okay? So please, subscribe. Hit that join button down below. Become a member. Support this channel if you can. Go ahead and become a member over on the second channel if you want to support that channel as well. Okay, the membership is available over there as well. Okay, but subscribe, support, become a member. Check out my Patreon. Check out my locals, of course. And of course, let's not forget, check out PascalMerch.com. Dagnabbit. PascalMerch.com. I know we just got out of the most wonderful time of the... I already know. But at the same time, I'm sure there's a birthday, an anniversary, Valentine's Day, anything. There's always some reason to find something nice for somebody. Go check it out. PascalMerch.com. Okay? It's not just shirts with sayings on them. There's some really nice custom stuff over there made by yours truly. Go check it out. Okay? Anyway, let's get into some things. We got to get into some things. Okay? We got a lot to talk about here. Now, this is something that is very, very interesting. Again, don't worry. We are going to be following and covering things with the Los Angeles fires, the Palisades fires for sure. We are looking at that for sure. But something just broke about, was just released about 46 minutes ago. I'm not kidding. Literally dropped on the YouTubes and out there for everyone to see 46 or so minutes ago. Okay? Now, of course, be kind to me because it's still very new. It just dropped, and the minutes I'm saying could be a little off. Just ride with me for a second, okay? When I saw it, it dropped 30 minutes ago, okay? Or it dropped 30 minutes before I even put this whole thing up. Let me just say that. Now, let me just say as well, somebody else is finally speaking out. Another DANITY KANE member is speaking out against the diddler. And from my understanding, this individual is also one of the very few that did not sign an NDA with Diddy. Whoops. I'm going to do that again. There we go. I'm trying to get it correct. Here we go. So the thing is, everybody's wanting to know, and I want to know too. So I'm going to show you a still really quick. We got to take a look at this still. Now, you may not recognize her from her hairdo, but this is D Woods. I got to hit it again. This is D Woods from DANITY KANE, one of the members from DANITY KANE. Now, she was one of the members alongside Aubrey O'Day that left, that was basically not re-signed with the group DANITY KANE because she was refusing to sign this particular NDA and all that, you know. And then she's now in this unbelievable brand new documentary called The Fall of Diddy. I mean, they all are called The Fall of Diddy at this point. It's called The Downfall of Diddy, the Rise and Fall of Diddy, the Diddy Demise. I mean, it's been the Diddy Bop. It could be named so many different things right now, okay? Let's keep it a bean, all right? But nonetheless, she is in this documentary now, this docu-series that's also backed by the Rolling Stone. Yeah. The Rolling Stone did their own. Wow. This is so crazy. They partnered with ID, okay, the network, and they made their own docu-series. And now they have D Woods speaking out and breaking her silence, speaking out for the very first time. And she's doing this on this docu-series. Nope, she's not hopping on some, fantastic YouTube channel or anything of that sort. No, she is not going out here doing an IG live or a TikTok live. No, she went to Rolling Stone and ID and did this docu-series talking about the diddler. Now, here's the thing. I have to be really, really, really crafty with if I play any of this. I will probably play a tiny bit of this so that you guys can see, what she says, like just bits and pieces of it. Okay. But nonetheless, this is very bad. Now, if Aubrey O'Day steps forward and speaks out as well, it's a wrap. I mean, let's keep it real. It's already a wrap. We've been known that this is already a wrap. Diddy has a lot to explain for himself. He's got a lot of splaining to do. Diddy got a lot of splaining to do. Okay? He does. But now that we have D Woods now speaking out, it's insane. One thing, though, is for sure. No, and what I mean, I know, Nadine. Sorry. Yes, she has been speaking about this for a while, but she hasn't really talked in detail about her experience. She just says, oh, he's a jerk. He's this, he's that. He's a terrible person. But she doesn't go into detail. So, yes, she's been speaking about how bad of a person he is. Sure. Fine. Okay. Let me correct myself, okay? For those who are getting technical, okay? Yes, she has been speaking out for a minute, but she hasn't really been speaking out. We don't know details, and everybody and their mama wants to know details about why why she feels some type of way about Diddy. I mean, now that we hear all these things right now, right? Now we can sit here and go, yeah, we don't even need Aubrey to speak out. But you know for a fact, Aubrey O'Day's experience and even D Woods here, I'm sure. Even Dawn Richard's experience. Okay. All of them are very, I'm sure, very unique in them in their own right. Maybe the same patterns, but different, unique experiences because they all have different experiences and different stories with them, right? So that's the thing. She's come out, she's spoken out, sure, but she's never said, "Oh, this, and this. He has put his hands on me, or I was put in this unthinkable place, in an unthinkable situation." Blah blah blah. Okay, we've never heard any of those things from Aubrey O'Day. We just hear him trash. Me don't like him trash. That's all we've heard. So we're like, hey, you mind giving us a little bit more info? It'd be nice if we heard a little bit, just a skosh, un petit morceau, just a little bit of information. Okay? S'il te plaît, please. Just a little bit of information, but we've never heard anything. Okay? We have not. All right? So when it comes to that, it's just interesting that now we have another member who has not spoken at all. We have not, shoot, last I checked, I haven't heard anything. I have not heard anything from D Woods like this. So to me, this is like breaking news, man, because she's now breaking her silence and speaking out. Now, before we go into the video itself, which I'm going to be like a surgeon with this mother lover, okay? I'm just letting you know, because some of y'all be like, well, just play the whole video. I can't play the whole video, guys, because of copyrights and fair use crap, and they get very anal about this stuff, okay? So I have to be very careful about this, nonetheless. But still, we got to get into this because I think this is very, very interesting as well. And of course, there's already been articles out here talking about this, and this is crazy. And yeah, Noah, I agree. You know what? Good for her for coming forward and speaking out. Good for her for stepping forward and speaking out. Let's be real, because there's going to be a lot of other people that are hiding behind, a silhouette, like they're all shadowy, or they're changing their voice. You see what I'm saying? Like some voice decoder thing, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? They're all hiding because I don't get it. I don't blame them, okay? I don't blame them at all. They're absolutely concerned about getting in some sort of trouble with, with the diddler. Okay. And maybe even the Jay-Z. Let's keep it a bean. Okay. So there's a lot that is going on here, and there's a lot of people that are worried about backlash. And I understand that. So I commend her for stepping forward, because I'm sure it took a lot for her to step forward and speak out right now. Dawn Richard is the only member so far that has filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and that lawsuit is still existing. That still exists. It's still out there. And we will see about that actually going all the way through, and if that's actually going to be seen inside a courtroom, okay? But here's the thing. 3 bombshells from the new Sean Combs docu-series trailer, The Fall of Diddy. Now, of course, I wish they would find some new titles for these documents, or for these documentaries, real talk, because they all kind of are falling in the same thing, and you're kind of like, well, which one is that? Is that the Diddy downfall? Is it the downfall of Diddy, or the fall of Diddy? Which one is it? I'm confused. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's the Rolling Stone one. Well, we don't know which one is the Rolling Stone one, so which one's the Rolling Stone one? Is it the downfall of Diddy, the Diddy downfall, the fall of Diddy, Diddy's fall from grace, the fall from grace, Diddy? You know what I'm saying? The making of a bad boy, that's the only one that's unique. Diddy, the making of a bad boy, that's the only one that's unique so far. But damn, they all got fall in that mug, and that gets confusing as hell, okay? So I just want you to know, this is a brand new docu-series because I know that we just talked about maybe a week or two ago about another docu-series coming out. But that one's Diddy, the making of a bad boy. Okay. So this is so many. It's overwhelming. Okay. They just all need to come together as content creators. Okay. As creators. All right. And just say, we're all just going to financially get behind this one docu-series. How's that? Instead of 15 of these mugs. Okay. Because TMZ been doing these docu-series. All right. And also DeWitt, okay, our boy, is in here as well, which I think is very interesting in the trailer, because he talks about the night that Diddy tried to, or the night Puffy tried to unalive me, for, we got to use these code words, but go look it up, okay? Very crazy book and crazy story that he tells as well, okay? But let's take a look at this. This article. So Sean Diddy Combs is the subject of another documentary as he awaits trial for his STing and racketeering cases. Let's not forget that, and the slew of other lawsuits that are coming his way. It's pretty crazy. ID Discovery released the trailer on Thursday, today, for its 4-part docuseries, The Fall of Diddy. Man, why do they have to stretch it out for four parts? You know what I mean? It's like, we already know about his upbringing by now. Okay, we already know about his rise to fame. We just want to hear the meat and potatoes about, the victims and what they went through with this alleged monster. Okay, so that is coming out on January 27th at 9 p.m. Episodes will also be available to stream on Max. So if you ain't got that Max, get that 7-day trial, get it, and then you got like 6 days to cancel it. Okay, guys? Just letting you know. Just peeping you on game. Moving on from the producers of Quiet on Set, the one that they covered the craziness that was going on with Nickelodeon, right? The Dark Side of Kids TV. That whole series, they made this as well. So hopefully it's better. Just saying that. Hopefully it's better, because that Dark Side of the Quiet on Set was a bit off-putting. Like it was going down one route, and then it just kind of took a left turn a little bit, in my personal opinion. But, it is what it is. Moving on. And in partnership with Rolling Stone, The Fall of Diddy features more than 30 interviews, 30 whole interviews from people in Combs' life, including his childhood friend, Tim Patterson, and of course, Natanya Griffin, who is not a childhood friend, but someone who was actually pew-pewed in the face at that infamous New York City nightclub where, Jenny from the Block, J-Lo, was with him, and all the craziness went down, and Shine ended up going to prison for a while as well for this, and taking, as some people will say, and are alleging and conspirizing, that Shine took the fall for Diddy instead of Diddy taking the fall, okay, taking full responsibility, because Natanya, that's interesting. Well, they changed. Okay, well, Natanya also remembers seeing him actually pull the pew-pew, actually pull the trigger, which caused her to, of course, get hit in the face. All right, so this is crazy, okay? And yeah, Ray Brown, that's the other thing too. That's the reason why I look at this one, I'm like, oh my, that's why when I first saw it, I was like, oh, snap. Oh, snap, Ray. Oh, snap. Rolling Stones? Them Rolling Stones? They behind the... Oh, it's a wrap. Because they're not putting their name on nothing. You feel me? They're not putting their name on just nothing. This is going to be a wild one, I'm sure. This is going to be a wild ride. But anyway. So we already know about the whole nightclub pew-pewing, people bad things happened in that situation, and he didn't take the rap for anything, nor did J-Lo. Only person that took the downfall, or took the fall, I'm sorry. All these downfalls and falls are now in my head, sorry. But the only person that really took the fall was Shine. Okay, and now he's trying to be the prime minister of what Barbados is. Am I correct? Is it Barbados? I think I don't remember, but anyway, all right. Moving on though, not looking like Obama, but moving with an accent now, right? But anyway, why it matters. Combs 55 has been jailed. We already know about all this stuff, okay? And he's also subject of more than 25 civil lawsuits accusing him of misconduct. Okay. Details of alleged Cassie Ventura or attacks, right? Makeup artist Mila Morales says she allegedly witnessed Combs attack her, okay? Attack Cassie. She says in a quote, she, presumably Cassie, so he presumably referring to Cassie, has knots on her head. It was horrific. This is what Morales said. Now, even Mila, it's Belize. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry. Belize. I knew it started with a B. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. We've been looking at burning houses and shrubbery and all that lately. But moving on. So Belize, right? Looking like Obama up in this mug. A Belizean Obama. Moving on, though. Mila Morales, if I'm correct, this is the same woman that had an interview on Piers Morgan talking about her encounter with Cassie after these alleged horrific attacks, and how she was not only terrified for Cassie, but also terrified for herself if she ever was to speak out and talk about any of these things, right? So moving on, a former bodyguard, Roger Bonds, which a lot of people were wondering where he was. Some people were speculating him did. Real talk. Which, of course, got debunked like about a week or two ago. He finally came out and was like doing interviews and, saying, I'm alive. You know what I mean? But some people were thinking him gone. Okay. A lot of people thought that he just he got gone, But he was a bodyguard for Combs from 2003 to 2012. He says, I guess in this trailer as well, Combs says, sometimes you just got to let these 304s, as some of y'all would say, or these garden tools, know who the boss is. Yeah. HOES, the garden tool. I'm trying to be respectful. I know there's kids in the room. Okay. Then next thing you know, it's like, oh, your kids are not, tapping you on the shoulder. I heard you listening to the Pascal show. Mommy, daddy, what's a hoe? And then you have to explain it, It's like, no, it's a garden tool, honey. It's a garden tool. That's all he was talking about. Gardening. But moving on now. So Combs accusers speak. So alleged Combs victims, okay? Lil Rod, and this is also very interesting. Both of these are fascinating to me. Lil Rod speaks out, and Talia Graves speaks out as well. Both of them. They also participated in this series. So Jones, which we already know, Lil Rod, he's the former producer that was hired by Diddy in 2022 for making the album called The Love Album, is accusing Diddy in a lawsuit of STing, forced substance use, fraud, and also SA. He says he was forced to do some really, really bad things and unthinkable things while he was producing this album for Diddy, which is absolutely insane, okay? Absolutely insane. So again, this is crazy, okay? But moving on here, all right? So he says that he said I'm Puff Daddy. I'll eat your face off. This is what Jones says in the trailer. So Jones says later, there's a lot of people like Puffy in the music business. Uh-oh. Exposing Puffy means exposing them. First off, if there are other people like, let me just take this moment for a quick, very quick soapbox moment. I'm going to stand on the soapbox really quick. Let me just take this moment really quick. If there are other people like this in the business, just like Diddy, expose them. Expose them all. Expose them mother lovers. Also those garden tools as well. Expose them all. That's all I got to say. If there are more, hey, Lil Rod, sup, man? Hey, man. Who they be then? Say their names. Do you have any proof of them doing bad things too? Expose their asses. Just do it. If there are more, just like Diddy, in the music business, expose their asses. That's all I ask. Expose them all. Why would we want to sit around and go, oh, yeah, we're bumping with his music. Yeah, we love him. Only to find out that he's also a bad, 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 bad boy. We don't want that. We don't want that. Okay? Even so, every time, I believe I can fly. As soon as you hear that, you're like, yes, no. Oh, damn. Right. Why, Kelly? What? You want to love the song, but you can't. You feel uplifted and then also pooped on at the same time. Am I right or am I right? As soon as you go, see me running through that open door, I believe I can fly. You're like, yes. Oh, damn. As soon as you think, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as you start feeling uplifted, you start getting knocked down with that song. You're like, damn. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Or you're like, step in the name of love, step in the name of no. You're just like, no, sit down. No, sit down. Because you know what I'm saying? Damn. You know what I mean? So if there's other people, just like Puff Daddy, just like the diddler out here, come on now. Expose their asses now. Because I don't want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy that music. Okay? Keys in ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body. Oh, no, mommy not doing. How old is the mommy? How old is mommy? How old is mommy, though? How old is she, though? How old is she, though, bruh? When you say mommy, well, how old is she really? Is she really a mommy? Is she old enough to be a mommy? Come on, man. Asking for a friend, bruh. Asking for a friend. Okay, I'm done. But you know what I'm talking about. Expose all their asses. I'm off the soapbox now. I'm off the soapbox. We're off. We're back here. Thank you for letting me exercise my demons. Okay. So moving on. That's what I find very interesting. If Little Rod knows that there are other people involved or that there are other people that are dirty in the business, talk about them. You know what I mean? Let him cook. Okay? Take your time, but let him cook. All right? Say what you need to say. All right? But then also Talia Graves, another accuser, is speaking out, which, of course, she was recently alleged. If you guys do not remember, she was recently alleged of trying to pay off the ex-boyfriend in trying to corroborate her story. Now, obviously, that's still up there. And it's still questionable on whether or not she is telling the truth or not, right? But that is something that has been exposed. And of course, I'm still sitting on the side waiting for more proof of information, right? Waiting for the facts. But she is still claiming that she was plied with substances and viciously SA'd. We read through the whole unbelievable, vicious lawsuit, okay, with all the gruesome details, where she was also SA'd by Diddy and also an alleged bodyguard in 2001. She says the alleged attack was also filmed and then also distributed to his friends and buddies and all that stuff without her consent. Now, I'm wondering if that video, if that tape really does exist. If it does, oh my damn, what a horrific situation, real talk. I always believed I was the only victim. This is what Talia Graves says in the trailer. Now, this part is very interesting. Now, in this quote, it doesn't say much, and I think there's a reason why there's not much being said in this trailer and in this article here, because I think they're trying to get us to go and watch the doggone mother-loving docu-series, man. They're not, listen, guys, they're not going to let it all out. You really think that? No. These are huge. It's huge. Very big deals. They're not going to give out this information all at once. But she is nonetheless. She is breaking her silence, which is massively huge. Huge, guys. This is huge. Big deals. Big deals. In my personal opinion. Let's take a look at this. So DANITY KANE member D Woods speaks out. Singer D Woods, former member of Combs' created girl group DANITY KANE, as documented on Making the Band from MTV's show. We all saw that when we were, we all knew that growing up, this show, okay? She is now breaking her silence in the documentary about her experience with Combs. She says in a quote, "Why did I put this on myself?" And her name is Juanita Denise Woodgett. This is what she says. That's her legal name. This is what D Woods says as part of this trailer, okay? Combs fired Woods and fellow DANITY KANE member Aubrey O'Day from the group in 2008 after a heated discussion with Combs on Making the Band. Aubrey O'Day, has long spoken about being mistreated by Combs and celebrated his STing arrest on X. So we've, like I said, and what other people have said, Nadine, no, I'm just kidding, have said that, yeah, she has been out here speaking about how terrible of a person he is. But we haven't really heard everything from her. And I think all of us are really, gung-ho about hearing more information, details. The devil's in the details. And we all want to know exactly what was it that he did that made her feel mistreated, etc. Right? So she says, this is what Aubrey O'Day says in this post in September. She says the purpose of justice is to provide an ending and allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel validated. Today is a win for women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing. So when I break this down, okay, the purpose of justice, to provide an ending and to allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel vindicated. Clearly, she's saying crimes were allegedly, the way I see it is, she's saying crimes were committed against her too, but she's not saying it out loud. She's not saying it verbatim, right? So this is crazy, right? Then she says, today is a win for women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing. And I guess for me, I'm going, okay, tell us a little bit more about what's going on. What happened to you? But I also think that she's waiting for the right price the right price to be dropped in her lap. That's what I think. I think she needs a couple more zeros, and then maybe she'll speak out. Maybe she will. Now, we already know about Dawn Richard, but of course, she also is a former member of the DANITY KANE group. All right. She then went on to be a part of Diddy's trio Dirty Money. She also filed a lawsuit against Diddy in September, alleging SB, harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and unlawful imprisonment. Now, that is some very serious stuff there, too. And this is also a former member of DANITY KANE. So if she went through those things, I think it's safe to say that either D Woods was an audience to those things, was a witness to those things, or she is a victim herself. Real talk. Real talk. So, a lot is to be said here. A lot is to be said here, but I want to go to the Rolling Stone real quick as well, because of course they're putting out their own thing. They're promoting this trailer that they're a part of, that they partnered with ID Discovery with. Of course, they're going to promote the hell out of this, and of course, they're talking about the allegations and all that. And these are friends and family, or not friends and family, but friends and people of his inner circle that are speaking out, right? And at least with what that article says, they don't say anything about like, oh, video of him partying in his studio and in his home. Nah. Right now they're saying it's 30 interviews, 30 different individuals speaking out. That's a lot of people speaking out and giving their stories to this particular docu-series. And if I remember correctly, ain't this the same company or network that did Surviving R. Kelly? Didn't they? So now we're seeing another surviving kind of Diddy type thing, which this is bad. It's not good for him. It's not a good look for him. But let's take a look at this Rolling Stone article, okay? So the fall of Diddy, see trailer for ID's docu-series about Sean Combs' allegations. Okay, so the multi-part series made in partnership with Rolling Stone Films features new interviews with disgraced bad boy or disgraced Diddy, okay, accusers and former friends and colleagues. Like I said, 30 different individuals stepped forward, sat down, either to hide behind a silhouette or to be out there for everyone to see, and spoke out. And that is everyone from victims of everything, okay? Victims of what he's done, all the way down to former employees or friends of his that knew him and respected him and loved him. It was Lifetime. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, it wasn't ID that did that? But my bad. What I remember is I think ID did another one with about Ara. And it was with his daughter, because I remember his daughter stepped forward saying that she was SA'd by Kelly as well in a I guess a docu-series that was about to come out as well. Okay. But that's very, very interesting nonetheless. Okay. But let's take a look at this again. Okay. So we already know about this upcoming docu-series. All right. Made in partnership with Rolling Stone Films, will investigate the decades-long accusations against Diddy with new testimonials from many of the Bad Boy Honcho's former friends and work colleagues alongside multiple accusers. So we already know that this trailer dropped today. It's a multi-part series that premieres on the channel on January 27th and 28th. The docu-series will also be available to stream on Max, which we already know. So for those who saw his alleged violence and temper during his college days at Howard University and the onset of his career with Bad Boy Records. To those who knew him at the height of his influence and power in recent years, the fall of Diddy covers decades of mounting allegations, the docu-series said in a synopsis. So these are we already know about all this. I'm just seeing if there's anything new in here too. But they're saying features interviews with DANITY Kane's D. Woods, former Vibe editor-in-chief Danielle Smith, producer and accuser Lil Rod, Talia Graves. Let's see, Combs' longtime personal chef, and more. Personal chef, woo! Many of whom speak on camera for the first time about their experiences with Combs. So Rolling Stone's Cheyenne Roundtree and a couple other people. And okay, like his longtime bodyguard Roger Bonds and personal driver Wardell Fenderson also appear throughout the docu-series. So you got journalists, former associates, a longtime bodyguard, which we already know about Roger Bond. But like I said, a lot of people wanted to know if he was like, gone, but he alive. All right. Through these interviews, combined with a vast collection of archival footage, the fall of Diddy paints a holistic picture of a mogul who is alleged to have wielded his extensive power and influence to obscure, for decades, a pattern of and violence that left an unprecedented amount of pain and suffering in his wake. Wow. Combs is currently we already know about all that crap. So again, and of course he's pled not guilty. He's been denied bail. He's finally given up on trying to get bail and all that stuff as well. All right. And of course, what's coming to him is coming to him. And if he did not, let's be real. Let me just say this. The smoking gun evidence is from Cassie's stuff. That's all that we've seen so far. We have yet to see any solid proof of anything of anything else. There have been other accusers that have stepped forward, okay, that have been forced to step forward to be exposed because of various other factors. And I'm still kind of curious as to if there have been any new updates or any new developments surrounding those cases as well. You got to remember, there's a lot of accusations, there's a lot of accusers, there's a lot of victims. Now, are all of them telling the truth? I don't know. But I feel that it's safe to say that there may be one or two that are not telling the truth. Does that mean that automatically means all people are lying? No, it does not mean that at all. And I think that we all need to remember that too. Because, and also, we also got to remember, he's been lying to all of us for a long time. He's been lying to all of us for a long time. I'm just repeating that one more time. Until recently, when that video came out, that's when he was like, I'm sorry, I'm a man. I'm trying to be better. I found God. I found therapy. I found Christ. Remember all that? So instantly, when you see that kind of footage, you hear all the allegations, all of them surface. They all bubble right back up to the top. And it's hard for us to literally just look at him and just go, oh, he only did that one time. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Instantly, I go, nah. If he's lied like this for so long on one woman, on one particular case, who's to say that he's lying about all these other allegations that are coming out as well? Some of them are too good to be true, too wild, too devastating, too disgusting to be true. But at the same time, sometimes fiction can be reality. You know what I mean? So, of course, I wait for the facts. I wait for the information. I wait for the truth. But I'm never going to sit there unless it's a bold-faced lie. I'm never going to sit there and look at somebody and say, oh, they're just straight up lying. If they got facts, if they got proof, then let the truth speak out. Let the facts and the proof show themselves. But you got to remember, when you have other people like someone like D. Woods speaking out, stepping forward and getting on a documentary, to me, that says a lot. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna play very, very little, okay? Because I don't want to, like I said, go check out the full documentary or the full trailer to this documentary, this docu-series that's coming out on January 27th. I highly recommend it. I feel like this is one I'd actually watch. Why? Because they have not only D. Woods, but they have all these other accusers stepping forward and speaking as well. It's not like we're looking at the same people that we've already seen on YouTube doing 15 million interviews. And I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking them going out there and speaking their story and speaking their truth. My only thing is that if I've already seen it in hours and hours and hours of content, why would I need to watch it again in a documentary when I've already gotten the raw information on the tubes? You see what I'm saying? But people like herself, hearing more from Talia Graves, hearing more from Lil Rod, the individuals that we haven't seen on YouTube yet, we haven't heard from them speak out. Those are the people that I'm very intrigued to hear more about and to hear more from, because I'm sure there's a little anecdotes here and there that I'm sure that they could just drop, and it's like, boom, there it is. You see what I'm saying? Whoa, that's a big piece of information. That's very revealing, especially someone like D. Woods, who hasn't spoken at all. She hasn't said a damn thing at all. Okay? So that's pretty crazy in my personal opinion. Okay? So let us get into this. And like I said, I'm gonna try to be as crafty as I freaking can with this, because it is short, but and I'm not playing the whole thing. Let me just repeat that again. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm just playing a few bits here and there. So let's just rock and roll real quick.
I've been quiet for 18 years.
I am absolutely nervous sharing what I've seen.
Okay. So what is she nervous and scared? And then she says, from what I've seen. She doesn't say, oh my gosh, what I experienced or anything of that sort. She says what I actually seen. So obviously she is somebody, man, I hope she has been brought in for federal by the feds to do some sort of grand jury, to talk, to testify. That's something I'm very interested to see, because this is crazy. All right. But let me play a tiny bit more. Like I said, I'm doing bits and pieces.
Has this happened before?
It is hard to overstate how important the Puff sound was to the 90s.
Well, we already know about all that. We can move on. Let's get right here.
But then there was the other side.
They did not realize the extent of the darkness.
Eventually, he's going to be shown to be innocent and will fight every day.
Right. We'll see about all that, too. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm doing bits and pieces, guys, because, the fair use and all that crap.
The truth will always find its way, even in the dark.
She has knots on her head. It was horrific.
He said, sometimes you just got to let these hoes know who the boss is.
I see them
Roger Bonds.
both holding guns.
I'm fighting for my life. He said, I'm Puff Daddy. I'll eat your face off.
Lil Rod, Tanya, Ruben. Okay. You saw all those names right there. You saw all those faces. DeWitt in there as well. All those faces. Okay. All of them. Let's continue a little bit more.
I always believed that I was the only victim.
Talia Graves. I'm just saying, this is not good. This is no bueno. This is no bueno. You got all these people stepping forward and speaking out. This is going to be very bad. I'm sorry. That's all I can play. I'm not playing anymore. Okay. Because it'd be crazy out here. Okay. Shoot. I just got flagged for playing some of the fires from the news. Real talk. Got flagged for playing footage of the fires in LA. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to be very, very, very cautious about what I play because this is ridiculous. All right. I'm informing people. I'm letting people know what's going on in the world. Sorry for the left turn, but I'm letting people know what's going on in Los Angeles. People who care, people want to know what's going on. I play 15 seconds of a news clip from another news place, and they flagged me for that crap. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's 15 seconds of this doggone thing, and I'm bringing in, this is news. It's broadcasting everywhere. Everyone wants to know what's going on, and I got flagged for that. I'm just like, you know what? Nah, I ain't playing with this no more. So, okay. So I'm just playing those few seconds. I just wanted you to see what's going on. And it's no. It wasn't because of YT. It was the actual provider it was the news provider that actually flagged me for it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Really. They have a problem with me playing their, you see what I'm saying? Just ridiculous. So I'm just like, all right. And yes, that's true, Grotty. Everybody on YouTube is posting this ish. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. And people going off, losing their doggone minds. Nope, not CNN or News Nation. No. They Gucci. Those are fam. Those we good with them. We good with them. No, it was local. It's local TV. It's local news. That's all I'll say. It's local news over there that was like, oh, you're using our 30 seconds of this video. I'm like, what the hell? What? That's stupid. So because of that, I'm like, okay, not using that ever again. I'll find another way because we are still covering that ish no matter what. But going back into this, I got to be careful with this stuff, guys. All right. Going back into this, we are now seeing that D Woods, former member of DANITY KANE, is speaking out for the very, very first time. For me, that grabs my attention more than anything else. Real talk. This grabs my attention more than anything else out of any of these other interviews. Why? Because she was there. Same thing with like Roger Bonds, but like I said, Roger Bonds has been doing interviews, okay? He's been doing interviews. He's been speaking out. She has not. Also, hearing from Lil Rod, hearing from his own mouth, his experience. Talia Graves as well, hearing from his own mouth, his own experience. I'm very interested to hear those things because they have not had like exclusive interviews speaking out, okay? Speaking out about those things, right? So again, I think that this is going to be a very telling and wild situation. There is something else I do want to share with y'all here. Okay, first off, before we go into that, let me just grab these really quick. Rianne, thank you. And Nikki, thank you so much for all y'all. Collectively, 6 new members. Welcome to the family, all 6 of you. Okay, oh, damn, Nurse for God. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. 11 new members. Welcome to all y'all. Thank you so much to Nurse for God, Nikki, and Rianne. Thank you so much to all you guys. And again, 11 of y'all just became members. All I ask is a very simple ask. Please, oh God, please pay it forward. They all just gave you some positivity. And right now, more than anything in the world, given the fact that one side of the country is on fire right now, please, oh God, please do us a solid. Pay it forward. Do something positive for us out here. All right. Call somebody up. Tell them that you love them. Okay. Donate. Oh, donate to that a GoFundMe or anything of that sort that has something to do with the fires going on in LA. Okay, contribute if you can. Do something really dope. It could just be $1. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, guys, because I know we all trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Trust me, every dollar earned is well earned. Okay, we fight tooth and nail for every dollar that we make. Trust and believe. I know that experience. Okay. But at the same time, I know that there's a lot of people that could really use that help. So just pay it forward, okay? Real quick. All right. Of course, Nurse for God, thank you so much. You're the one and only. Well, maybe yes, I am the one and only. I'm the prototype, okay? I am the original. Also, I may be the one and only that got flagged for sure. For no reason as well. That's possible too. Nurse for God, thank you so much again. Thank you again, guys. Welcome to the family. All 5 new members. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay. Now, there is something else that I did want to show you guys that I thought was interesting. I was planning on doing this as a standalone video, which I'm probably going to do anyway. But dear God, all these pop-ups. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. But let me just show you this. What I think is very interesting. Now we're finding out that Kim Porter did keep a diary about Diddy. Yeah. So, is it still in here? Wow, I still have it in here. So you mean to tell me, cabrón, this could be real? What? Sorry, but another dun. Okay, so her ex says this information in this new film, in this new documentary, and suspects she passed because she was set to blow the lid off on Diddy's secrets. I got to hit it again. It's a double dun. Have freaking mercy. So take a look at this. Just real quick. We're not going through this whole thing because I might do this as a whole live here in a second. Not right now, but in a second or soon. Okay, because we gotta hop off and then jump back on to do, or in a little bit, and do some coverage on the fires that are going on. And the fires are still raging on, everybody. Okay, so we are going to be talking about that for show. But let's move on. Okay, let's get into this. Diddy's longtime love, Kim Porter, did keep a diary. Despite her children's strong denial, her ex and the father of one of her children has revealed. So, and rapper Albie Shore believes she was about to blow the lid off of her lover's perverted life, his spicy, zesty life. He even suggests that her 2018 demise was suspicious because she had enough material to bring the rap mogul down. Albie Shore makes his claims in this new documentary, another documentary, not the same documentary that's going on on Rolling Stone. There's a completely different documentary, guys. Everyone's going to be having 2 remotes and 2 TVs going on at the same time. Trust, all right? Watching these 2 damn documentaries at the same doggone time, all right? Just to make sure they get all the facts. But here it is, though. So this documentary, which we've talked about before, Diddy, Making of a Bad Boy, is due to stream on Peacock next week, around the 14th of January to be exact. All right. Now, this article previously revealed what was purported to be the contents of that diary, which allegedly described unsettling episodes of violence and group meetings with 3 people in one bedroom. Okay. There's a meeting in my bed. You know what I mean? But Porter's children, including Albie Shore's son, Quincy Brown, 33, denied the book's authenticity in an Instagram post, stating that it was a horrific conspiracy theory. And here is I'll Be Sure, just so you guys know. Okay. And of course, Kim Porter and Diddy back in the day. Now, we already know he's already in MDC right now, hold up. So the demise of Porter has been a source of conspiracy theories for years, as she was a seemingly healthy 47-year-old woman at the time of her demise. A coroner found that the cause of her demise was pneumonia, and police did not find anything suspicious, but that has not stopped the speculation. Porter, who was a model and actress, was an in and on and off again relationship with Diddy from around 1994 until they broke up in 2007. Together, they had a son and, of course, and twins as well. While they were together, Diddy also adopted Quincy Brown. That's Quincy right there, too, by the way. Looking a lot like his father, I'll Be Sure. Yeah, moving on. I'll Be Sure acknowledges in the documentary how furious he is at Diddy for stealing Kim Porter from him, even though they were friends who both worked at the hip-hop label Uptown Records. There's an OG rule. If you're my brother and between you and your wife something happens, she's off limits, he says. But Diddy, who was dating somebody else at the time, ignored that. And one day, when Porter was in the studio with baby Quincy, he came up to her and made a strange comment. He looked over and saw this really beautiful girl, and she was holding this really beautiful baby. And he said, "Hey, man, I wish I had a beautiful girl like that." This is what I'll Be Sure reveals. Diddy allegedly made an aggressive play for Kim Porter and won her over with lavish vacations and a millionaire lifestyle. Yep, that's how they get them nowadays, man. Look at all the money I got. I'm going to treat you better. And then they treat them like absolute dog doo-doo. I'll Be Sure chaffs at being portrayed as an absent father and suggested that it was Diddy's publicist who planted the stories against him. Welling up with tears, he calls the claims propaganda and alleges Diddy didn't even formally adopt Quincy as his own. There's no adoption. None, says I'll Be Sure, whose real name is Albert Brown. There's no letter to my father, all crafted by a publicist. If you hadn't noticed, his name is still Brown. It's not Diddy, or it's not Combs, that's for sure. Puffy wasn't too happy about anyone who had a relationship with Kimberly. But Porter, according to I'll Be Sure, tried to protect him. He said, Kimberly said, "Don't get involved. You will get unalived." Not only was she trying to save me, she was putting her own life in danger. But Porter did keep on talking to I'll Be Sure, and they remained friends. He says in the film, she began to confide in me. She said something's not right. His soul, Diddy's, has gone completely dark, like he's just not there. She made me promise on my son's life not to ever reveal anything, because she was in complete fear for her life, or in complete fear of my life. What I do know is that before her demise, she was keeping a diary. Someone got the passcode to her phone and computer and found out what she was writing, what was going on behind closed doors. Now, Daily Mail, the article we're reading here, previously described a 60-page book called Kim's Last Words, which purported to be a collection of Kim Porter's diary. This book right here. Okay? Or her lost words. I'm sorry. Kim Porter's lost words. Lost words. Okay? Interesting. It allegedly described Combs' colorful love life from the 1990s through Porter's final year, including philandering with both male and female musicians and rappers, and debauched group sessions in the bedroom at his home, which Porter took part in. Now, I'm wondering if he says anything about that. Now, we already know about it being published this in September. Everybody and their mama wanted to get their hands on it. We all read it. We all talked about it at great lengths. In it, Porter allegedly recounted discovering and making copies of tapes Diddy made of himself having unthinkable things, doing the unthinkable, doing the hibbity-dibbity, okay, with people who are not of age. Long story short, okay, artists that he was managing, including a tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went on to be a household name. And a lot of people are wondering who that could be. A lot of speculations on that. The final entry of her memoir has Porter falling fatally ill, dramatically texting her friend, "He got me," and then calling 911. An attorney for Combs, as well as Porter's 4 children, said the alleged memoir was fake and that anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. In the documentary, Shore suggested Porter was unalived and said that she was going to do what Ventura did with her lawsuit, blowing the lid off this entire situation. Diddy has consistently denied any involvement in her demise. Now, again, what's very interesting about this, because of course there's just more breakdown of everything, and I'm trying to see if there's anything else that Albie Shore says here, and I want to make this abundantly clear. He was one of the first people to step forward and say, "Hey, this is all fake news. That's not true. What she said in there is not true. That's not. No. That ain't true." You want to know why that they said he was really quick to sit there and say that this was not true, that this has, she didn't write that book and all that? It's because there's things in there that say that he was in relations with Diddy, that they they bumped uglies and all that stuff, right? Did the sideways samba, the hibbity dibbity, okay? The okey doke, whatever you want to call it, all right? So of course he was quick to go onto Instagram and go, this is all fake. This is all lies. But now we're hearing from him saying that she did actually do a diary. She did actually keep a diary for herself. So instantly you go, well, then is this true or not, bruh? They spooned. I'm done. They aggressively spooned, okay? Let's just be real. Allegedly. But he was quick to sit there and say, nah, man, that is a lie. But then we have this book here. And now he's saying right there in black and white, and he says it in the documentary, that she did indeed make or write a diary, and she was about to blow the lid off this mother lover. Now, two things could be true. This could very well be her book. It could very well be her book with added pieces in here just for flair and for drama. That's possible. But then at the same time, we've already talked about this ad nauseum, but at the same time, just recircling and just reliving it, still there is a possibility that this is all fake. And that's it. And maybe she does have a whole other book that somebody else has that just has never seen the light of day. I don't know. All I know is that he's sitting here saying that she did keep a diary. She was gonna blow the lid off this mug, and she was about to expose Diddy for the monster that he really was. But unfortunately, she was not able to do it while she was alive. Now, whether or not this book is the real thing or not, that's still up for debate. That's still up for conversation, unfortunately, which I don't like, because we shouldn't have to sit here and wonder what is the truth and what is not the truth. And I don't think that Albie Shore is lying about the diary existing. I think he's just reacting to the fact that he was put in there in such a spicy way that he's like, yo, I don't do that. I don't roll like that. And maybe he does roll like that. I don't know. You never know. He might have been a little freaky back in the day. You never know. Maybe he just doesn't want that information out there too. That's a possibility too, y'all. That's a possibility too. You know what I mean? You just got to leave all the things on the table until somebody's able to authenticate this doggone thing. That's the thing what we need. And no one has done that thus far. Also, have we ever heard anything about the GHB in the baby oil? Has that been confirmed or not? You see what I'm saying? Whatever happened to Courtney Burgess, man? Whatever happened to him, man? What happened? Like I said, we haven't heard a whole lot of things that were out in the very beginning of all of this. And then all those things just kind of just disappeared. Where's the information on all that too? Where's the updates on those things as well? I'm quite curious about that, guys. But again, that's very interesting that now he's sitting here saying that she did keep a diary. She did. She most definitely did. And now he's saying that in a documentary now. So there's no turning back now. It's in a documentary. It's burned in a documentary now. So we'll see how it all transpires. But Rianne, thank you so much. S-Dubs, twice. Thank you so much, S-Dubs. Welcome to the family, all three of those you new members. Thank you so much for the love. I really do appreciate that. That really, really means the world to me. But like I said, guys, very interesting information about D. Woods. I'm actually very, very excited and happy that other people are starting to step forward, because from what we heard in that docu-series trailer, she's saying, hey, what I saw, I'm very uncomfortable and scared about talking about what I saw. So clearly she was witness to some things. And I'm also wondering if she's going to be filing any lawsuit, if she is a victim as well, or if she's just a witness. I think that's going to be some very telling stuff. Kelly, thank you so much for the love. Miss the Pascal charm and fam. And thank you for the membership. I'm an honorary sister. Well, welcome to the family. And Kelly, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate the love. Okay. But guys, I mean, you know, let me know what your thoughts. I mean, I'm very interesting. Sorry, I just read this and I'm like, what? So he was on Sean Atwood's show. Good platform, by the way, guys. Rumor he was opening a dispensary with Adria English, allegedly. Ain't she in rehab? Okay. Okay. I mean, whatever they say is what they say. Okay. Whatever they say is what they say. Well, I'll see it when I see it. I'll believe it. You know what I mean? I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's the other thing too. It's like, okay, you were brought in by the feds. Did you give them the thumb drives or no? What's the truth here? I just need some clarity so we can move on. Okay? And there hasn't been any confirmation of anything as of yet. So I'm very curious about all that. And let's not forget, remember the other allegation, the other accuser? It was almost like from a scene of a crazy Tyler Perry movie. That was a wild lawsuit. I'm wondering what happened with that. I'm wondering if that's going to be really seeing the inside of a courtroom, okay, where she was viciously attacked by a group of men. Then she was about to leave. Then she was stopped by Diddy. He calls his mama, and on the phone, his mama is trying to convince her not to say anything about this being non-consensual. Then she runs around. She cuts him with a knife, on the side and all that. All of that. I'm like, where's the updates on those cases? Are we going to hear anything about those cases, or no? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm just very, very curious about it. But I guess we will see what happens as time goes on, as the world turns. We will see what happens. But anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really means a lot. I'll be back on in a little while. We got a lot to cover. with the fires that are going on in Los Angeles, there's a lot going on. We're going to do a lot of recapping, and some updates and all that stuff in just a little bit. All right. But I wanted to give you guys this and break up the news cycle a little bit. It's been a lot on the Los Angeles fires. Understandably, we are going back to our regularly scheduled program this evening. So be ready for that. Okay. But before you get going, please do me a favor. All right. Hit that like button down below. Hit it, crush it, do what it do. That would be amazing. Please and thank you. Don't forget, hit that follow button on my Facebook, X/, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble. Please and thank you. Follow. Subscribe here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there as well. Okay? Crush that subscribe button over there as well. Also, hit that join button. Become a member. Check out my Patreon. Check out my locals. And, of course, check out PascalMerch.com. And, of course, if there's any new updates revolving around this with Diddy, you know for a fact we're talking about it. Even the Jay-Z stuff and all that stuff. It's been really wild out here. We're going to continue talking about it. The train, the Diddler train ain't stopping anytime soon. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more crazy stuff coming out here very, very soon. Give it some time. But when it drops, we'll be here to talk about it all. Okay? But anyway, guys, it's time to get going. I'll be back in a couple hours. Much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. And we'll do some updates on the fires here in a very short while. All right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.